Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Tech Station, the podcast where we uncover the latest topics and trends in tech. I'm Valentina Alto, technical architect at Microsoft, and today I'm here with Hatim. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Thank you, Valentina. Hello, everyone. My name is Hatim Nagarwala, and I'm the App Innovation Lead at Microsoft.
Welcome, Hatim, and thanks for being here. So, today I'm very excited because we are talking about a super interesting topic that is how to infuse artificial intelligence and specifically generative AI models into your applications. But we will do that from a low code perspective. So, even if you are not an AI developer, you can definitely reach a very nice result infusing AI within your own applications. So, Hatim, you're working on a very cool project, right?
Yes.
Would
So,
you like to share something more about that?
yes, 100%. Actually, this is something where we didn't think about it when we started the project, but along the lines, we understood, we tried to bring in so many things together. It actually helped us to build a very good solution at the end. So, I would just give you an example of what we are doing because it's still not completed and we have still not launched that to the masses. So, it is an application which helps you combine all the best practices and stories from different organizations on how you could actually go ahead and implement a successful story with your customers, right? So we are trying to bring in together all the best practices, all the success stories together, so that other individuals in the company can actually go ahead and learn from that. And that is where we are working with a ton of tools which helps us to bring this solution at place.
Amazing. So you said a ton of tools. Sometimes I'm scared in terms of how many options we have. So I would love to understand a bit more how you actually develop your final solution with the tools available.
So when I start with an idea behind that, right? So what we wanted to do was to make sure that we have the right components in place and we have the right skill set also. And that is where something sparked up is when you don't have a real expertise of AI or a developer who can actually build those AI models and work on the part of the code. Our V team was small, right? And that's where we said that, okay, let's go ahead and understand how low code could actually help us doing that, right? So what we did is, as you said, right, you were afraid when you heard about a ton of tools. So I would say we included some things which a non-developer or a citizen developer can actually go ahead and start building. And we are looking at some of the pro services also, where a developer can come in and actually jump into a part of solution. So what we used, very simply, we created the app using Power Apps. We utilized Power Automate to do some parts of automation and things running behind in that application. And to some extent, what we did is, when we wanted some advanced related concepts, or we wanted AI to do something more than what we have, we implemented an AI model. We used the Azure AI Studio, and then we combined all of them together into a single project. And that's how, for an end user, it is still a Power Apps. It's also hosted on Teams, so people, the organization employees can actually go ahead and utilize that directly from the Teams. And at the end of the day, you're combining two different worlds together. One is something what a developer has built through the Azure AI Studio, and something which we are automating it through the AI builder in that case.
So I have a question here. Um, what is the main added value when it comes to infusing AI within your application? Can you make us an example of one step where the AI model is doing something spectacular?
So a very simple thing, right? I had an idea in mind while building this application. Was uh, people send these success stories and the best practices by email, and no one follows really a format, right? Like they just want to make sure that the information is included in that email, or the announcement, and it is being sent out to a big mass, and no one cares about what the format is, where the thing should come in, and stuff like that, right? And one of the most important thing for me was to understand this success story deals with which technology, right? And that is where AI helped me to first understand the email and then find out exactly what product the success story is about or the best practice is about. So in a case where I'm building this application, it's based on Power Platform. uh, there is, like, you can't control how they write the success story. So AI helped me to extract exactly that the story is about Power Platform, and the architecture, or the solution flows like this. So it helped me summarize, it helped me take out the exact entity or the extraction which I was looking for. And that is what, like, one of the examples which I'm using in this project.
Wow. And where is the moment where you really have to integrate a pro code approach with AI Studio in the context of your application?
So there were two phases of this application, right? And the first phase was where we go ahead and automate these things first, which is an email is sent, the email has to be passed, it has to be divided into what is required, what is important for us, and then make sense out of that data, right? This is the first step. The second step was, because now this is too manual, you have a table where you actually have all the details, but you have to go search, try to find out which case study it was or which best practice it was. So we wanted to go one level up, and we wanted to build a copilot on top of that, where I don't want to go and search anything, right? I just want to have a natural language chat. I go and I say that, okay, tell me any good reference architecture which I can go ahead and use in building my own copilot, right? So what the chat would do is, it will try to take all those data which has been sent out in the past, take those, combine it, and then give me a response back in a natural language again, right? And that is where we went ahead, used AI Studio, and went to some pro code parts of the development, which helped us to just call an API, an HTTP call, and come back with the response with all the references and where it actually combined those data from.
Okay, very nice. So basically, you can combine a low-code approach leveraging the pre-built AI components that are present within Power Platform, like AI Builder, and then if you want to extend the capabilities of your application, you can go for something that is more customizable, like AI Studio. Am I correct?
100%, yes.
How do you monitor and observe the overall flow of your application at the end of the day?
So yes, in terms of an overall life cycle, as I said, there are two parts of the application. One is the low code part of it, right? For monitoring and for understanding, because we are embedding AI into the whole workflow. We are keeping two options out here, which is some of the content is AI generated. So we are making sure that whatever actually goes through is some or the other person is actually involved in that, in terms of understanding what data actually goes through to the system. This is one. Second is, we have two main things out here. One is the Power Platform and everything is actually taken care of. We have notifications and maintainability out there. But from a monitoring perspective, we are continuously tracking the model performance on the other side when we are using the Azure AI Studio. And we are also identifying the issues through what prompts are being asked, and how do we understand what changes or updates has to be made to the model. This in very simple terms, it is an effective monitoring tool for us to better serve our end users in a way where what questions are being asked and how we can optimize the answer to them.
Okay, got it. I think this is a key component because it's hard to monitor the quality of LLM's response, right? So how do you quantify how good is an LLM response? So the nice thing about developing this kind of application with either Power Platform or extending it on Azure AI Studio is that you have this comprehensive buzzword coming LLM ops stack where you can leverage built-in evaluation metrics like groundedness, fluency, coherence, this whole new set of metrics that we literally invented over the last 2 years after the launch of ChatGPT and the whole generative AI. And you can apply those built-in metrics on top of your application so that you can make sure that the model is performing at its best and that the prompts incoming and outcoming are, let's say, complying with your performance benchmarks.
100%. And with this, actually, there are few things we also looked at. Was one of them is making sure that, and this is some of the common challenges, as you mentioned, right, from LLM ops perspective, is there is an bias amplification. Hallucinations can actually be looked at. You have also to understand if there are any data privacy concerns or high computational costs related to what prompts are being asked. So I think this is another benefit or a challenge right now, if you can say, when we are using LLM ops in that case.
And last but not least, content safety and responsible AI.
Which is already as a core part of the whole solution. So when you're using Azure AI Studio, it's always a part of looking at how you look at the content safety as well as the responsible AI in that case.
Cool. And last question from my side is, are there any learnings or findings that you would like to share after this amazing project that you developed?
So one of the things which has not been very common or known between the audience right now is the AI builder, right? AI builder is a feature of the Power Platform community, where it allows users to use these AI models to to help them optimize their business processes. And the best part here is it does not require coding or data science skills, right? And that is where you are looking at democratizing AI and making it accessible to a broader range. So when I want to summarize this application used few of the AI builder services where the automation was so simpler that I don't have to worry about what model I am training with or what I'm trying to do with that. I'm just concentrated on understanding, yes, I need this data, I need to extract these entities, I need to look at what we need to do with this data, and it's very simple that you just drag and drop your action, and it helps you to to make that Power Automate flow up and running. Plus you also have settings to to choose the model you want, like the GPT-4o. You can also understand how the model can be tailored to your specific need. And last, as you mentioned, right, you also get all the insights available when you're actually working on this skill. So the conclusion to that is, go ahead and look for AI builder. I will also share this in the description section, where you can learn more about AI builder and how you could use it on your day-to-day applications as well, and the power of AI is with you.
Amazing. Hatim, thanks a lot for sharing your experience and for taking the time to, co-host this session. Hope to see you soon. And dear listeners, that was the end of the episode. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.